What up? What up? What up? Welcome to the Words with Wade podcast, episode 185.
Maybe.
I thought we did 185 already.
No, I think it's 185. It's 185. It's 185. It's 185.
No, it's 185. It's 185.
Yeah, 185.
Damn, all of us fucked up.
Mm-hmm.
Days are off. That's why. I, of course, am your host, Wade Blogs, aka I know, right? Mr. Quid Pro Quo, aka Smiley, aka
Johnson.
Yeah, that too. Smiley.
It's a whole name. It's a whole name.
Yeah. Gotta say the whole name. It's like Luca Brasi. You gotta say Smiley Johnson.
Yeah, it's just one thing. You gotta say it phonetically.
Yeah. AKA the.
Wait for it.
Wade Blogs. Joining me as always. Well, not as always, because people thought last week was rough.
It was.
Yeah, they was like, "Oh no, y'all doing the same thing they doing." No,
Look, as much as we made it prominent, we reiterated that fact over and over.
People thought y'all got rid of me.
Yep. Yep.
Damn.
We was like, look, we got receipts.
Yeah.
We gotta screenshot the messages. Like, no, Scan is on. She's on vacation. She's coming back.
Like I was like, yo, I'm about to call her just to show y'all that she's still on vacation. She's on vacation, yo.
Oh, I feel so loved.
Yeah, it was definitely a different vibe.
Yeah.
Without me here, huh?
Yeah.
Of course, Scandal Davis.
There we go.
Yeah.
Back on track.
Yeah, Nisa Moore.
Mm-hmm.
Scan is here, y'all.
Hey, y'all. I'm here. Oh, I'm just so consistent with that, aren't I?
And it's funny because the timing and the space is like always the same. Okay.
It is. It's always the same.
She better than me because I be stretching mine out. You never know. I be going the one.
We don't know when you're coming back.
I drop on the one after you never know.
Look,
we don't know when you're coming back.
I was about to say James Brown jammed on the one. You saw what happened with him. Legendary.
You never know. And of course, ladies and gentlemen, straight out of the Dungeons and Rap. Fake niggas don't make it back.
Never.
Eric Killmonger is here, y'all.
Eric Killmonger. So
your Killmonger braids.
Is this the braids? Is the braids?
The Killmonger braids. G is here, y'all.
Shit.
Oh man. So a lot has happened.
Hey, auntie.
Used to. A lot has happened. Uncut Nation. We're gonna try to get to all of it. It's gonna be real interesting. I want to give y'all a precursor, a warning. It's gonna be real uncut today because some stupid shit just happened. But without further ado, let's get into what we like to call the rundown.
The rundown. Oh, she ain't gonna give it. It
was legit waiting.
Yeah. So you just go.
Like the other light skin of the group was just like the rundown.
I only did 2.
You went into your own fucking mix, so I thought I'd let you have it.
No, I give the echo.
Yeah, it was the remix and everything. Like, what are you doing?
What are you doing?
So, okay, Uncanation. Earlier, last week, this week, whenever you were hearing this, our guy, a legend in hip hop, Juicy J, was on Twitter and he had commented on how he wouldn't be getting vaccinated. And I'll actually read the tweet here. If I was you,
Uncut Nation, this is about to be a real petty challenge.
Here's what Juicy says. If I was you, I wouldn't get vaccinated. I would wear a mask and take vitamins. This is what Juicy J says. Juicy J. And the internet, of course,
lost their mind.
Yeah, lost their mind. Some of the tweets here was like Juicy J taking every drug known to man versus taking the vaccine. This is how misinformation gets started. As a healthcare worker who went through it last year, I encourage all patients to take it. Juicy J has probably taken every drug known to man, but the vaccine is where he draws the line at.
He should have known they were going to come for him.
Yeah.
I mean, that's just kind of like common sense at this point. And that's been...
What's common sense?
That they was going to come for him.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
yeah.
I was about to say which part? The wearing the mask and taking vitamins or not taking the vaccine?
And I guess let me get into the whole "Hey Juice" quote. Here you go.
Hey Juice,
big fan. So this guy says, "Hey Juice, big fan.
Oh,
you told me to sip on syrup when I was in the 7th grade. I think you should sit this one out, player."
Oh my god.
Yeah, man.
Yeah. So.
Now
we bring this up because it's an interesting conversation, and I get tired of the media portraying this a certain way in the quote unquote Black community. So I want to ask Uncut Nation and ask my illustrious co-host here, how do we feel about the vaccines that have come out? Are we getting vaccinated, or what are we doing?
I've been on the fence about it for a while, to be honest. And this week, I decided to go ahead and do it. And it's more so, it's a personal decision at this point. It's well, for everybody, in my opinion, it's a personal decision. I don't feel like any company, business, organization, corporation, anything should force anybody to do it. I've weighed pros and cons personally for myself and the people that I'm around, and most importantly, my kids. Mm-hmm. Went through medical history and see how it could possibly affect me. Even waited for family members to get theirs first to see how it was going to affect them.
Right.
So at this point, for me, it's a personal decision. Am I 100% on board with it? No. I'd be lying if I said I was. I'm more 60, 40, 70, 30 with it. Mm-hmm. So if I'm not on the show after a couple of weeks, y'all know why. Y'all know why. But that's just me personally. Again, I think it's a personal decision for most people. I look at it the same way as any vaccination. It became standard for kids to have it at a certain point, for them to be able to be in schools, and then some certain parents didn't agree with it, so it was paperwork and so on and so forth that came involved with it for their kids not to be vaccinated, but still be in the public school system. So at the end of the day, as I keep saying, it boils down to a personal choice, and I don't think it should be forced upon anyone. The CDC protocols that are still in effect, social distancing, keeping your mask on, those things still work. They've proven that they work. My personal opinion, I don't care what anybody has to say about it. But I mean, even getting vaccinated, it doesn't ensure that you can't, catch COVID. You can't spread it. It just gives you a little bit more of an immunity to it. Is right. how it's supposed to be presented, which is no different than getting a flu shot. they inject you with a little bit of the virus. I'm not saying this is COVID because I'm talking about the flu shot. They inject you with a little bit of the virus. Of course, you get a little sick after that. Your body fights it off, builds up a tolerance to that strain, and you move on. So, bottom line for me is,
more than likely you 70-30, 60-40.
Yeah, 70-30, 60-40. Again, if I end up on the cover, y'all know what happened. If I'm on the cover, y'all know what happened.
Oh, scared. So what about you?
I'm gonna be honest with you. I most likely won't take it until it's forced upon me. God's honest truth.
Which makes sense.
And it would be most likely forced upon me when they start making certain regulations where you can't be in certain places or fly certain places or go certain places without being vaccinated. So I'm sure it will happen at some point, but it's not going to be me just kind of, hey, I'm here, I'm ready.
She threw the signature.
It just makes me uncomfortable. I'm just uncomfortable with the thought on how quickly that was made. And even if it wasn't quickly and this was something they had already planned, either way, it's fucked up. I just,
That I agree with. Yeah. That's why I had been on the fence about it for so long.
I feel like this is something that we could actually potentially get past without having to do that. But what we're doing is creating a fucking Band-Aid, in my opinion. We're creating some type of Band-Aid so that way we can still continue to go out in public and socialize. Yeah. So until it's really forced upon me, I think I'm good right now. I think I'm okay. I'm going to continue to wash my hands, wear a fucking mask. I'm very respectful when it comes to other people and their space. You know what I mean? I make sure I respect all those boundaries. I don't grab door handles. That's with my sleeve. Like, I have my ways of making sure that I stay safe and secure. I know I can't say that I wouldn't make somebody else feel uncomfortable. As long as I keep my mask on, though, I feel like I'm staying in my lane. You know what I mean?
Gotcha.
Until I start walking around and being directly disrespectful without a mask on, like out and just carrying on, knowing damn well I haven't been vaccinated. And to me, in my opinion, I'm wrong for that. You know what I mean? But other than that, I'm okay. I think I'm gonna go ahead and do the mask thing.
I feel it. I'm similar to you. I think I look at it like most technology. Like when the new iPhone comes out, and people rush out to the store and get it the day it comes out, and then 2 months later, the iPhone Plus comes out. Then after that, it's the Pro Max.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So, and that's kind of how I feel. That's kind of how I feel. Like when the vaccine first came out, there was one vaccine. Then you wait a while, there's 2 vaccines. Then you wait a little while longer, there's 3 vaccines.
Yeah, and then you have then you have, I think, either 2 or 3 different pharmaceutical companies that are putting out this vaccine. Some of them only require 1 shot. Some of them require 2 shots. I don't like this. I don't like the odds. I don't like what the fuck you're trying to preach to me right now. Like, you're really trying to convince me to let you poke me with some shit. I don't know what the fuck you're poking me with. It's already enough that we get poked with that shit when we're coming and growing up. And there's a lot of that stuff we need. But we already know that works. I'm not so comfortable with them just poking me with something. And it's like there's 2 different types. Like, I don't know. Maybe I need to do more research myself. But I'm going to be honest with you, since that's not my field, I'm probably not going to really understand the logistics behind how they came up with these cures, you know what I mean? Or the COVID shot. So I just know for me, I'm not rushing to go do that. Not just yet.
Yeah, I have no desire to go rush and do it. I'm going to still do the, take my vitamins, take my black seed oil, increase my, immunity, things like that. But like you said,
vegetables,
exactly.
Make sure you wash your fucking hands. Don't touch shit you ain't got no business touching. Like, you just need to be more cautious about that. But these are things that I was already doing.
And that's the key. Most of the things they're telling us to do, we were already doing.
I was already doing that. I was already walking around with hand wipes and fucking hand sanitizer and not touching doorknobs and not touching my face after touching shit. My kids used to laugh at me when they were little because I used to talk about the fact that they would touch something on the table, like we would go eat, and they put their hand on the table and then they go touch their face, and I'm like, don't do that. I said, now, how many other people came and touched this table with their hand when they came out that bathroom? Exactly. I said, so the man grabbed his ding-a-ling, he went pee-pee, then he went ahead and flushed the toilet. Then he went ahead and opened the door or touched the top of the stall thing, right? Depending on what he did, number one or two. Then he's going to go touch the sink. He's going to touch the paper towel dispenser. Just all this shit he's touching along the way. And even though he washed his hands, there's a good probability he did not grab that door handle with something else.
Exactly. Exactly.
And then he comes back to the table. Hands right on the table. No. That's how I think about it. That
no, but you're right.
For me.
Yeah, I see.
That's what did it for me. Contagion. Because when I saw that person sneeze in the theater and that shit was floating, no, that was Outbreak. That was another one. Outbreak is another movie that's kind of similar to this fucking pandemic shit. Somebody was in the theater and they sneezed and they did like a close up on all the spit particles that was flying through the air. Yeah, man, it changed my life. I was like, see, this is why I make sure that when I sneeze within my fucking shirt. That's just the type of person I am. At least leave the germs with me.
Exactly.
It make me actually feel better because I kept some germs to me.
Exactly.
But, I just feel like it's something that people, we could definitely avoid, but I do feel like it's being forced. It's going to be forced upon us at some point. But not in a way like, you better come down here and get registered to get, the COVID, because if you don't, then blah, 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 blah. No, more like I said, you can't get on a plane.
Yeah, they're going to make life difficult for you without
make it difficult for you. So if you want to fly out of the country, you need to get a vaccine.
Exactly.
If you want to fly anywhere in the country, you need to get a vaccine. Like, you can't get on a cruise unless you get a vaccine. Like, there's going to be things like that they're going to start implementing. So they're going to make it harder for people not to get it. Because, of course, I'm going to want to fly somewhere. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
Like, of course, I'm going to want to go in particular stores. And that's another thing. Stores could make it to where this is law. If you don't have it, then you can't come in.
And some employers can even do that. Your job can say, hey, if you want to come back to work, you got to get the vaccine.
You got to take it. That's right.
So, yeah, especially in Virginia, it's a right to work state. They can do shit like that.
Yep. So, in my response, it'll have to be forced upon me.
Yeah, because I'm doing everything I can to keep myself healthy. But like I said, I've been that way. I've been taking black seed oil for years. I've been, doing all those things. So I'm going to continue to do that. But like I said, if it gets to it, I feel like the longer I wait, the better it's going to be. I was watching the news. They saying they were developing a vaccine. You can take a pill now. Like, so you don't need to take a shot. It's a pill they're developing. So it just keeps getting, it's like I said, it's like an iPhone. It just keeps getting better and better. So why not just wait and see what happens?
Right.
And then they talk about the whole herd immunity. They say if 70% of the population gets the vaccine, then everyone will become immune because so many people are immune to it. Mm-hmm. So, like, by the time I get it, everyone probably already have it. So I'm definitely not in a rush. I don't mind working from home. Don't bother me at all.
Right. Don't bother me none either.
So.
Don't bother me none either.
Yeah, but I just hate the stereotype that's going around that black people won't get it because, we don't trust the government, which is very valid.
Very valid.
Very, very valid. But we have valid. We have a history of this. So it's not like we just we don't trust the man.
Correct.
Like look what they've done to us.
We have all the reasons not to trust this shit.
Like look what they've done to us. Like
correct. They still fucking treat us like nothing.
Yeah. I'm not just gonna get over that.
Going to the hospital, most likely she's not coming out. Like that's a common thing. Black people don't make it in the hospitals.
Like I can tell you
to go to the hospital.
And I was actually having a conversation with someone on Instagram about how they were saying how black women, if they don't have a black doctor, the mortality rate for the kids goes up. And I was like, I can identify with that because I my ex was pregnant with twins, and she lost the babies, and the doctor was white. And I was like, "Yep." So I'm a perfect example. It's a lot of us that have stories like that, and we're like, "Yeah, we don't trust the man. We don't trust the system." It's not like, "Oh, this happened years ago." Yeah, it doesn't happen years ago. Like, oh, this is like recent history to us in our personal lives. Like, that's why we have no trust of the system.
And that's what makes us not run and go get a vaccine.
Exactly.
You know, I don't knock people who want to do it if they feel comfortable doing it and that's what they want to do, by all means. But I definitely want to just hang out for a little while.
Yeah. Like I'm like I said, when they get that vaccine 11 Pro Max, that's when I think about
right?
it. Yeah. That's
then
what's gonna happen.
Jump on that train, right?
Yeah, when they say, you want to leave the country, you gotta get this Pro Max, then yeah, I might have to.
Then you're gonna have to get that Pro Max. I feel you.
Yeah. But yeah, I was definitely not gonna be one of those the first ones in line as soon as it came out. Oh yeah, let me go get it.
Nah. I wasn't one of those either. So, like I said, it was a lot of consideration, a lot of thought that went into it. So, Uncut Nation, if I'm on the cover, just send the money to the Cash App, to the GoFundMe joint.
Well, you can be the test dummy for the three of us.
You let us know. Well, it was funny when you said
three
that.
Of us, you be the test dummy.
You say that, like Nate, the homie Nate that everybody knows, he got the vaccine.
Which homie Nate? We got two homie Nates.
Yeah, well, my homie Nate. He got the vaccine, and he was like his arm hurt for like a week, but now he's fine.
Yeah, that's been the most consistent thing that I've heard is the arm pain that dwelled for a little bit.
Yeah, it's yeah, I think most people I've talked to have said that, like their arm hurts. But I haven't heard anything else, like nobody gets sick or anything like that. Just their arm hurts for a while.
Yeah.
So we'll see. Like I said, I mean, I think we all have a reason to feel the way we feel. But yeah, I'm definitely not rushing.
Yeah. So yeah, I'll be the test dummy. I'll be the guinea pig.
All right, you let us know how you feel, because I think it's kind of like you said with the flu vaccine. They're gonna give you a little bit of it to get over it, and I don't want any of it. I don't want any.
He said, I don't want any of it. I don't want nay bit nat
exactly
not nair nut of nothing. Not nair nut of nothing.
Exactly. I don't want nothing to do with it.
Yeah, I'm good.
So we'll keep our eye out, but I just hate the narrative that black people won't take it because what happened to the Tuskegee and all that. Nah, it's other reasons too. It's other reasons too.
There's definitely other reasons too. How we know this strand don't fuck with black people?
Well,
exactly.
Hey, look, I keep it a buck.
Based off of your DNA strand, you don't know that.
My first initial thing was the Tuskegee shit, and
that's part of it.
For me personally, that was the direct first thing. It wasn't when it first came out, before any of the further information came out, so on and so forth. And it was like, well, if you have certain health conditions, you can't take it. I'm allergic to penicillin. Anything in the penicillin family can fucking kill me because of the Tuskegee experiment. So it was literally like, oh, all right, well, y'all just testing out shit. So that's why I was on the fence about it a long time. So, like I said, I didn't arrive at the decision lightly.
Mm-hmm.
I took my time with it. It's one of those things that, for me personally, as I keep stressing, it's a personal decision for people. I don't feel like anybody should be forced to take it. I don't feel like any corporation, any job, any company should force their employees to take it at this time. I've decided personally to do it because I've weighed the pros and the cons for my lifestyle and how I interact and how I need to move around people. And it kind of benefits me more if it actually does work. But again,
like you said, so it's a personal choice.
If I'm on the cover episode 187, I know we at 185, but if I'm on the cover of 187, like hey, like this, like hey,
time. Y'all hear
that? Yeah, I'm gonna give myself some time. I'm gonna fight, goddamn it. I'm gonna slug it out. You can't get rid of me that easy. We gonna battle it, nigga. Rocky ain't lose the first fight.
So
how many Rockies was there?
Yeah, shit. Yeah.
Even when that nigga lost, how many Rockies were there?
That's a fact. So listen, Uncut Nation, it's a personal decision. What you decide to do is up to you. Don't look to celebrities for your vaccine advice, your medical advice. It's really up to you and your lifestyle. I know for me, I take like 5 vitamins a day, all of oregano, black seed oil. I'm pretty healthy. But even still, like I said, if they make us do it, then I guess I have to do it. But,
fish oil, all of that shit.
Yeah, all that shit. But
I stand resistant until then.
Yeah. I'm with the resistance.
I love
I'm with the resistance.
I love it. Resistance. Damn, how they say it in French? Resistance. Viva la resistance. Yeah, there we go. Viva la resistance.
That's right.
Straight up.
Wade's with me, man. He was on that boat with me. He's like, hey, I'm with you on that line, y'all. Hey, stay up out here. Stay away from me.
Look, I ain't mad at you. I ain't mad at you at all.
That's funny.
Big facts.
He said, Viva la France. We ain't got no damn set.
Nay bit of it. Skin. Not even an inkling.
Y'all right. I'm telling you, my big things, like I said, when the iPhone came out, and you people that rushed to the store to get an iPhone, they got mad when the Plus came out. Then right after the Plus came out, the Pro came out. I'm gonna do the same thing. Like, yeah, you get the vaccines now.
Yeah.
That vaccine 11 Pro Max come out?
That 11 Pro Max.
That's right.
You got the name for it. Look, y'all heard it here first. Uncut Nation. If they call it the 11 Pro Max, y'all heard it here first.
I'm telling you.
Y'all heard it here first. Y'all know they watching. Y'all know they watching.
Y'all got the kings out there, huh?
Yeah.
That's funny.
Y'all been here long enough. Y'all been around long enough. It's episode 185. Yeah, y'all know we don't get credit for a lot of shit that they end up trying to spin to y'all.
Big fact, tell y'all. Watch what happens. And y'all gonna be like, where you said that? The Pro Max, the AstraZeneca Pro Max, yo. Mm-hmm. Where you said that? Anyway, continuing on with more nonsense on the rundown.
The rundown.
Oh, I'm dreading this conversation. My God. Okay, because
you might just jump right into it.
Yeah, because the way it works is that the way it's been twisted around. No matter what you say in criticism, they're going to make it seem like you're homophobic, which I hate that term, but because it's not being homophobic, but that's what they're saying. But let's get into it. The boy, the little homie, the guy.
Little homie.
I gotta say all these flattering things when you're criticizing somebody.
The individual.
Well, yeah, that too. Him. I can't even call him him. Can I call him him? I don't know. Monterio. What is his name?
Yeah, I was about to say I don't think he's identified as anything else.
Yeah, I don't know. Lil Nas X released a video recently where
what he doing,
pretty he's pretty I think the OGs would say pretty flagrant. pretty flagrant in his ways. But hey, whatever makes you happy. You know,
look,
whatever makes you happy.
At the end of the day, this has been my philosophy for a lot of years, even before it's gotten to the point that it's been to. Be who you are, enjoy who you are, live your life as who you are. Just don't swerve in my lane with it.
My whole thing is whatever two consenting adults do is what two consenting adults do. consenting adults is the key word. But
key.
You know what I say?
What's that?
I don't like it. No, I'm no, I ain't gonna say. I feel like
fuck them and feed them fish heads.
I feel like some shit is kind of like too much.
Yeah. We'll get So
I feel about it. I'm not saying that they can't be themselves. Be yourself. I don't have a problem with that at all. But I feel like there's also a time and a place for shit. Don't be in motherfucking Walmart all crazy, decked out with the fucking unicorn rainbow chap.
I agree with that. I definitely agree with that.
Things I say that for people who are just regular folks who aren't famous and going in there and doing shit they have to do. But what I'm saying is, I just feel like some things is just a bit much. Like,
it's a time and place for everything. I definitely 1,000%.
Hold on. Let's back up for a minute, because just to make sure Uncut Nation.
We're jumping ahead. We're jumping ahead.
Just to make sure Uncut Nation know what we're talking about.
Okay, so Lil Nas X released a song under his name, Montero, whatever his name. I think it's Montero. I'm not sure.
His new name.
Yeah. So in the video, now mind you, Uncut Nation, I have not seen the video.
I have not seen the video.
Have not seen the video.
It's ooh. Come on, talk about it, Scan.
Scan. Go ahead and what would you describe is going on in this video here?
A fucking circus. It's a circus. That's what's happening.
Fucking circus, really?
Fucking circus. And like I said to Wade, I actually like the song. I'm good with the song. I'm feeling it.
Mm-hmm. But
I just felt like there was a few things there that was a bit much.
In the video or the song?
To hell.
Hold on. Back up for a second. When you said there were a few things in there that were a bit much, are you talking about the song or the video?
The video.
Okay. All right.
The video. So the song is fine, in my opinion.
Mm-hmm.
I'm good with the song. It's a nice little pop song, in my opinion. But as far as the video goes, it's just like it's a lot going on. He's running around with the old school, like 1800th century, like wigs and shit on that are like blue, and he's wearing like booty shorts, and he's twerking on the devil, and he's doing all this freaky position shit with the devil. It's a lot going on. Like, it was hard for me to even take anything. I don't know if what that song had anything to do with this. I mean, with the video. Like, how I can only take is that he's saying that he's living a sinful life. You know what I mean? Because at the very end of the video, he breaks the devil's neck and takes his horns off and puts it on his own head. And that's the end of the video. And
the fuck?
Off the words of his song, I really think he was just trying to like implement of him living a wild night, being promiscuous, living single and sinful and blah, blah, blah. So I think that's where they came from with the devil shit. I think.
Okay.
But all the other shit, he just looked like a fucking circus. I don't know what all that other stuff was. He's falling out the sky. He's riding on people. He's twerking. He's swimming around a pole. It's a lot going on.
Yeah.
I think the last
this is one of those moments I wish this was a live show so everybody could see Scan's faces. Right?
I think
I don't know what was going on.
Listen, I think the last time I saw a video that was that busy with a lot of shit going on was Michael Jackson's song "Leave Me Alone." Y'all remember that video?
Oh yeah. I remember that.
Yeah, and you remember he had the circus shit in the background?
Yeah.
That's a lot going on in the video. Like,
okay.
And he has something like that, but not.
That's clickbait. That's what the headline's about to read. Scan compares Lil Nas X song to Michael Jackson. That's clickbait.
Not the song.
That's clickbait.
Really, I have to make sure I make this clear. Not like exactly like his video, but how busy the video is, right? Like lots going on, a lot of CGI stuff, His is just like a really big RuPaul show. And then it's like throwing some extra devilish shit thrown in there. It's really like that. I think if he would have came out doing that cowboy song, dressed like that, I think that a lot of people wouldn't have had their kids singing the song because then they knew what the fuck their kids was singing about. You know what I mean?
Right.
Yeah,
and that's been some of the argument too.
I was about to say that got brought up.
I'm not gonna tell anybody I'm gay until I really pop out. And guess what? Ha! I'm here, bitch. What you gonna do now? You like my shit, don't you?
That's literally what it is.
Look at your 4-year-old just riding that pony. You like how he riding that pony?
That's literally what he did.
You punch him in the mouth when you see him. You know what I mean? Because I feel like you was really on some like sneak type shit. Like you slid that shit in there, and then you gonna turn around and be like, "Well, it was about lean and da da da. You should have known better." Da 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 da.
Yeah, that was his response to the Joyner Lucas comment.
So for real, so I was supposed to be talking about.
Yeah, Joyner Lucas made the comment. He was like, "I think the biggest problem for me is the fact he didn't understand Old Town Road is every kid's anthem. Children love him for that record.
Correct.
They tuned in and subscribed to his channels. So with no disclaimer, he just dropped some. And Lil Nas X response was like, I literally sing about lean and adultery in Old Town Road. You decided to let your child listen. Blame yourself."
I think he's being real frivolous with his influence right now.
I think I would have to agree.
He's being very childish. He's acting like a little spoiled ass 17-year-old child that just found out they were gay. Like, stop it. Don't you're doing a lot. I just feel like you're doing a lot for no reason, where you could continue to be an artist and express yourself without having to be ignorant at the same time. That's just my thought. I don't understand why you got to be ignorant about it. And then what he'll do is turn it around again and be like, "Oh, y'all just homophobes." It has nothing to do with
exactly.
That. And I was about to say that was Wade's initial point. It's just like at the end of the day, somehow, some way, somebody is going to turn it around. That if you disagree or have an issue with what's going on, that in some way you're homophobic. And that's not the case. It's really not the case. Like,
that's the dumbest thing I've ever heard.
Like,
honestly,
I think Scan, you said it the best way. Like, he's the way he's using his platform and his influence is real childish. Like, he's not acknowledging how it's impacting people. Like, whether it be a kid or whether it be an adult. Like, you at this point, based off of what happened with Old Town Road, you have a platform that people acknowledge, whether they like it or they don't. And that's the other key thing. Everybody didn't like Old Town Road.
Mm-hmm.
Some people didn't want to listen to it. But they know who he is because of it. And I think at this point, he's just, I don't want to say lashing out, but that's kind of how it feels based off of reading the responses to people's comments about the new song and the shoes. It's more so like, all right, well, fuck y'all. I felt this way my whole life. Y'all deal with it now type situation.
Pretty much.
It's like a spoiled child. He went to the Kardashian school of publicity, where it's like any publicity is good publicity.
Yeah. He's throwing a fucking tantrum.
Yeah. It's like any publicity, as long as they're talking about me, that's all that matters.
Yeah.
His response alone, and see, that's the thing that people don't realize either, right? People will give excuses or whatever, and I try to think about the fact of how that person thinks on their end based off of their life. And of course, he's not going to look at it that way because that he feels how he feels and he is who he is and he's lived what he's lived. So they're not always going to understand. But I do agree with Wade where I feel like he's not taking the responsibility of what his music puts out. And if that is your music, that's fine. Nobody is disputing your music. I think it's more disputing you, your actions, you as an individual. So if you can't handle yourself in a professional manner, that's really how I look at it. Then I don't want to support you as an artist. Like, you can't even come out here and act like you got some motherfucking sense. Even Cardi B knew how to come outside and act like she got some fucking sense. Yeah. And she's known for being on some ratchet shit. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
With him, on the other hand, like, I really feel like, I know I'm going to be called like I don't get like gay people, and it's not that, because, man, I keep saying it. I eat pussy myself. Damn it. Stop. sitting here and using the fact that you're gay as the platform. Like you're using that right now, like you should get some special reward for it. And then get mad when people aren't on your side. You can't throw Satan on top of Nike and think everybody's gonna be okay.
Like even Nike is not okay with it.
Well, that's because he's stupid. Like that was a stupid move. Like you can't say I got custom made Nikes and Nike has nothing to do with it. That's just legal trademark infringement.
Look. Initially, when that shit dropped, I'm like, yeah, I'm done with Nike. That's a wrap.
Yeah, I knew it.
Exactly why Nike's suing, because you know how many people probably saw that and really thought Nike was in on this shit and was like, oh, fuck Nike. You know, man, that's why they got on that ass immediately.
Yeah, you can't say I've collaborated with Nike on these shoes that have actual human blood in them and 666s and all that. You can't do that without their permission.
Look,
legally,
I'm trying to tell you, them Chick-fil-A joints probably gonna fly off the shelf though.
For those who don't know, I know we're talking a little bit ahead of the story. After he released his video, he released a collaboration with a designer and some limited edition black and red Nikes that actually have a CC. I think it's a drop of human blood and actually limited edition 666 pairs.
Yep,
3 6s, and each pair has a drop of human blood in them.
In the sole.
What?
In the sole, yeah.
And it's a drop of blood from the employee who works at the shop.
Yeah, it's
Why the
now
fuck
you know
would I want that?
Yeah, I'm all for artistic expression. You know, I'm the biggest supporter of arts. But
my thing is how you get people, if it's a drop of blood in there, how you get people to consent to that?
That's what I'm saying.
Like,
well, the shoes he's selling the shoes for $1,500 a piece.
Yeah,
I'm sure you gave him something.
Yeah, I'm about to say you just show up one day and like, look, we about to make these custom Satan shoes. And we need a drop of blood. Who
on their team even thought this was a good idea? Who the fuck are around?
Look, Scan, that's the point that I've been trying to get. When this idea got presented, who thought it was a good fucking idea?
You know what? I bet $1,000 he didn't tell nobody. He just did it on his own. He didn't tell his manager nothing.
Wait, it's no way. There had to be other people involved when you design something. Somebody at some point should have been like, I'm not doing this. So it's surrounded
by a lot of yes people.
Look, everybody need a no nigga.
They do, but not everybody got a no nigga.
Everybody need a no nigga, yo.
Then there'd be a couple of these rappers and singers and shit that would not be in any type of fucking trouble. We've talked about this months and months ago. We were saying, like, some of these rappers, they need some type of fucking guidance. Somebody that's on their side that's going to actually lead them in the right direction to do their shit properly. And this is an example of when you don't have somebody like that.
Yeah.
They run rampant, let loose. You feel me? He's losing his fucking mind, in my opinion, right now. Get your shit together, sir. Act like you got some fucking sense.
He's the new Kanye.
Oh, God, please don't say that.
You know what's funny, though? I think this is way worse than anything Kanye's ever done.
Absolutely.
Because you're trampling on two segments of society. You're basically using your gay card to say, hey, I'm gay, I can do this. And then you're shitting on black people because you know black people and the devil don't play that. So you can't do that. And I know they tried to use the example of like DMX has done stuff and the devil has been in rap before. You know, you have 3 6 Mafia, you have all these things, but not the physical manifestation of an actual devil in a video.
I mean, and
no one's ever
to be quite honest, I mean, even with the ones that you mentioned, it was always a balance. Like it was always another side. Like even when when DMX did any Damien track, it was always him fighting against the devil, which anybody does regularly. But then even still throughout the album, even before he closed the whole album out, he prayed. So
and I think I mentioned something about that like that yesterday, Wade, didn't I? I said there have been times. We're not going to pretend, and I'm disagreeing with what you're saying, G. We're not going to pretend that other rappers didn't at some point talk about the devil or maybe had some type of, satanic shit in their music videos.
Right.
Right. Even based off some of the songs that's rapped or, songs that have come out, we understand the lingo. It makes sense. We know most likely we're talking about fucking, selling drugs, or popping a cap in somebody's ass. Like, that's really what most of the songs are about. Or one or the other, or just a chick. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So for one, to go him telling people that we should have known what the fuck he was talking about, that's one. And then two, we're not gonna act like nobody else has done that. He's just taking it to an extreme.
And I think that's what he's missing. I'm sure he's loving this publicity because people are talking about him. I'm sure he doesn't care.
And he's
but
at home like, yes, girl.
Yeah. As far as the culture, it just you're losing a lot of the goodwill you got when you did Old Town Road. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not sure he even cares, but just you're not going to be on Nickelodeon doing this song. You know what I'm saying?
No.
You could do Old Town Road, but you're not going to be doing this on. You're not going to be doing this at the BET Awards.
Like I told you, I think that.
No, it's a wrap for that. Like that whole
already. When he came out, like came really out, like really showing everybody all his vibrant colors. You know what I'm saying? Like that right there, I really feel like that was a marketing move.
Oh yeah,
it makes a lot more sense that
I'm not going to be as out there when I first come out, but I got a really popular song and people are going to like it, especially the white folks. They like this type of shit. You know what I mean?
When they did, when it was supposed to be like 50 remixes to Old Town Road, it was supposed to be like 50 remixes to that song. And just a lot of different artists jumping on it because it was just so popular. And he was going to do so many variations and renditions of it. Once that got to a point, I was like, I've never heard of that. And that's not the best move, but it's like, hey, that was, as of right now, to me, is his checkmate piece. It was like, yo, I came out, this shit went to a whole nother level. I'm going to maximize everything that I can get off of that because anything that I do after this might never hit this level again.
Yeah, very true.
Yeah.
But with him coming out the way he's coming out completely now, I mean, as all the way is what I'm saying. Like, he's really coming out of his fucking shell. I feel like it was just a move to get his foot in the door. And the song was the song that did it for him. You know
agreed.
Once that hit out and it really came out about what he was into and so on, then he was just like, I'm just going to take the cape off and just,
Yeah, 1,000%. The Old Town Road was his Trojan horse.
Yeah.
That opened the door for you and they hit you with this stuff. 1,000%. You know what I'm saying?
A whole bunch of bullshit.
Yeah.
I mean, like I said before, I'm all for the artist and all for artistic expression when it's done well. This wasn't even done well. This is just like, it's like raunchy and gaudy just to be raunchy and gaudy.
Correct. And that's my problem. That was well put, Wade. That's exactly my problem with it.
Thank you. I went to college for 1 year.
You know what I'm saying?
You said you were on the couch for 1 year.
I went to college for 1 year, so I got these. I know college words. So yeah, I'm not mad at him doing all this wild shit in the video, but it's just not good. Like if you look at all the examples people are using, 3 6 Mafia has a legendary career. The DMX song Damien was a great song. It wasn't a lead single either. That's a point that I think people are forgetting.
Yeah, it wasn't a single. Like you had to subscribe to DMX to actually hear that song. And again, it wasn't just him talking about the devil the whole fucking time. He had a balance where he argued with the devil. He didn't agree with him. Like this is just like worship.
Yeah.
This is. And he was in the video humping the devil.
That's the other thing that I was about to say. Like, don't get it fucked up. I haven't watched the video, so I'm just going off of he say, she say. Well, scan. I'm going off of scan say.
That's why I said you can, because I ain't lying. I watched the video. He never humping on the devil's lap.
Yeah, I mean, I've read the commentary about the video. He's twerking on the devil and all these things. I mean, if that's what you want to do, that's what you want to do.
But they canceled Pepe Le Pew.
Right. Mr. Potato Head is no longer
bring it. Bring it all the way back. Yeah. And this is the society we're living in, when you can just do stuff like this on regular.
You can literally put out a pair of shoes that have the pentagram on it with human blood in it and sell it for over $1,000.
And you think I'm gonna put them voodoo ass fucking shoes on me?
And they sell out. But
all the satanic motherfuckers bought them sneakers. That's why.
But Pepe Le Pew.
Yep, Pepe Le Pew
got shut down.
Yep, he got shut down because he
don't even get. They don't even get to correct his character.
Nope.
It's just like, nah, we just gonna erase him from the history books.
Yeah, we ain't gonna let nobody know how dirty.
Oh, okay. I promise you, I say this. I say this too. Y'all already know if I end up on the cover of 187, it's for one reason. If I end up on the cover of 190, it's for a whole nother reason. My time is extended. Cause I promise you, if I see a nigga with the with those joints on and the pentagram dangling, we got something to talk about. I don't, like, not even on no malice type shit. I just want to have a conversation. I just want to. Sometimes I just be wanting to know people's mindset. I be trying to.
I want to know what made him choose that. Since he's released them.
You know what? I mean, he's trolling on Twitter. That's probably it. I'm telling you what it is. It's the Kardashian school of publicity. Any publicity is good publicity. He thinks as long as people talking about him, that's all that matters. I'm sure that's what it is, and
nah, that's dead.
I don't believe that, yo.
I don't either. I don't even agree with that concept.
That concept died before. That concept died before Tom brought up MySpace.
It should have, but look, like I said, look at the Kardashians. They built an industry on that.
They built the whole industry off of Kim being fucked on camera.
Shout out to Ray J.
Right.
And he ain't getting no money off of it. He should have. Woo.
That's my guy, Ray.
That's neither here nor there.
So to sum it up here, because I know a lot of people, and this is probably gonna get a lot of hateful comments and all that stuff. We don't care if he's gay. Like, none of us care. We don't care. Be gay. Have fun. But just don't be bad at the shit you're doing. Like, you want to have a double in your video? Be creative. Be better than this. Because this shit is
I need them to look at their idol. I need them to go back and start looking at Cher, RuPaul, and learn some shit. Like, I'm confused. Yeah. Y'all are supposed to be way more elegant than this. You're all over the fucking place right now.
I think that's the good word for it, more elegant than this. Like,
yeah,
he needs an OG. He needs somebody to sit him down and be like, yo, you can't be doing shit like this.
He needs an OG. He needs an OG. RuPaul needs to sit him the fuck down.
Somebody needs to say, yo, you can't be doing this, because you're disgracing so many communities. And you want to stick up for him because, you know, he was bullied with Old Town Road. You want to support the guy, but then he do
some shit like this. It's just like, hold up, wait a minute. Where's Elton John when you need him?
So it's one of those situations like he wants people to be on his side and coddle him even when he's wrong. No. You're wrong.
It don't work that way. It don't work that way. When you wrong, you're wrong. I don't give a fuck how old you are. I don't care if you 2 or like 92. It don't fucking matter. When you wrong, you wrong. Period.
And when Nike finished with him, he gonna be wrong and broke. Because Nike is a $1 billion industry.
Well, Nike, he's not named in the suit.
No, I thought they were suing him directly.
No. They're suing the manufacturer. They're not suing him. They're suing the manufacturer. So basically, from my understanding, the people who actually stitch up the shoes is who's getting sued.
Yeah, you're right. I'm looking at the TMZ article right now. They're suing the company that makes them.
Yeah, right. Yeah. It's basically like, the shoes got made. They bought the shoes back from Nike and then did a venture with him on the shoe, like kind of on the side. But because the Nike swoosh is on it, which is trademark, that's their logo, that's where the backlash came from. It's like, all right, that's trademark.
So, okay, I see what they did. So they basically thought because they purchased the shoes,
they could do what the fuck they wanted to do with the shoe.
With them, you can't do that because it's not your fucking logo. That's the point.
Exactly.
That's the point of a logo. You can't. You can't.
Exactly.
Like I don't even know who was sitting in the office that thought, hey, we can buy these shoes back and we can do this joint and get away with it. Why the fuck would you think that?
I think they're thinking because, okay, and it's sneakerhead in me, the reseller market. A lot of people buy sneakers all the time and then resell them again.
Right.
But Nike's going to make an example because Nike don't want us to do no devil shit.
Exactly.
They're like, oh nah, we suing you for this.
Yeah, even if they would have kept the shoe, and even after they bought it back from Nike, took the swoosh off, they would have had a better fighting chance.
Yeah.
Because literally, if I'm not mistaken, the swoosh is what's trademarked as far as Nike. It's not this. I don't think they trademarked the style of the shoes.
No,
it's just
you're right.
Swoosh. So if the swoosh had got taken off and they would have did it,
then they would have been fine.
It wasn't too much Nike could have did about it.
It's that Nike swoosh.
So Nike could have disassociated themselves from it. It's like, hey, they don't have a Nike swoosh. We ain't got nothing to do with it. Yeah, we know it resembles, the Air Max, but hey, we can't really control that aspect of it. But we didn't endorse it because we don't have the swoosh isn't on there. That's how they could have disassociated themselves with it. But at this point, because the swoosh was on it, like, nah, nigga, run me my fucking money.
Mm-hmm. And they're using the Nike name in the advertisement. They're literally
that's the
Nike
crazy part.
Like they're making it seem like they're partnered with Nike.
Yeah, and that's initially when I first read the first article, I thought it was just all Nike. I was just like, yo, I'm done with them. It's a wrap. Y'all disassociated. I can't fuck with Nike, can't fuck with Timberland. Shit. So what we doing? We doing Reebok, we doing Adidas, we doing Puma, we doing New Balance. That's where we at. Jordan's is dead.
Yeah, so I know because I know how the internet works, and somebody's going to chop this interview up and play it for him. He's going to be on Ball Alert or Shade Room tomorrow, cussing us out. So let me just say this again. We don't care you're gay, homie. Be gay as you want to, but be more creative because this is trash.
Yeah. That whole move was just trash.
Yeah, be more responsible, be more creative because whether you like it or not, and I understand you're a kid yourself, you got kids listening to you. You have a whole new audience listening to you because of Old Town Road.
Yeah.
I would just say be more creative too.
Exactly.
They don't listen to us. Anyway, moving on here.
Yeah, moving on.
Yeah, because I got a feeling that's going to come back. It's going to come back and bite me. I really do. But
it is what it is. We keep it uncut, man.
Hey, I'm being honest. I ain't said nothing crazy. We ain't said nothing crazy. Just being honest.
I'm about to say they know what they tune in for.
Exactly. So as we know, the homie Smurda, Bobby Smurda, got out. Was released from prison on March 23rd, and conditions of his parole were released. And when I saw these things, it reminded me of the parole that Meek was on. You remember when Meek they
popped a wheelie and they put on probation forever.
Yeah, so I was like, okay, so let's just see what his parole looks. I'm just thinking, okay, simple stuff, nothing crazy. But per the items of his parole, he can't drink any alcohol or frequent any bars. Can't hang around any gang members. Gotta have drug testing. Gotta have counseling for aggression and anger. And also has an 8 p.m. curfew. And I know what y'all thinking. Oh, this is just regular stuff. That's regular. That's regular stuff when you get out of jail. That makes sense until you see it's until 2026.
God dang.
Exactly.
He has to do all these things until 2026.
Jesus, why?
Fucking ridiculous.
Fucking
ridiculous.
That is ridiculous.
I've been on probation. I only had probation for a year. The majority of people, the average person that I was aware of back in those days were on probation for a year. 6 months to a year was probation. For you to be on probation for 4 to 5 to 6 years, that shit is fucking ridiculous.
It is.
Yo, imagine having to come in every night at 8 o'clock for 5 years.
Every night. You're not allowed to have a sip of liquor for 5 years.
Look.
You can't travel outside your state
for 5
years.
My kid's bedtime is 8:30.
You feel me? You have to for your kids.
So I gotta be back in the crib.
Yep.
That early? Word, that's what we're doing. I bet.
And
this is the even crazier part. Like him being an entertainer, him being an artist. Do you know how much that limits him being able to travel, him being able to perform, him being able to make a living?
Yep. Looks like he'll be doing a lot of Zoom meetings.
That shit is wicked.
Yeah, you literally said it's a good thing we're in the pandemic because he's gonna be on Zoom all the time in his living room.
Like, he ain't gonna miss a beat. He ain't gonna miss a beat. He'll be all right. He'll work that right the fuck out.
Right now. But it's just it goes into like I said earlier, what Meek was saying about how the parole conditions are just so unfair. Like imagine that, yo. He didn't get out of jail early. He served his time.
He served his whole time. So why I understand him being on probation for about a year or 6 months. Mm-hmm. After he did his whole bid. He did his entire fucking time that he was supposed to do. So why does he have probation that fucking long?
Because they just mad because he ain't open his mouth. That's why. They're just mad. They're just mad.
Yeah, they literally
just fucking mad. They're fucking
this is where we need Jay-Z to come in and do something.
They're fucking mad. That's what that.
Oh, I believe Jay might intervene at some point.
You think so?
I feel like one of two people are going to intervene. It's either going to be Jay or it's going to be Meek.
Because this is the epitome of the prison reform that they're talking about, the justice system reform. This is ridiculous.
Yeah,
he served his sentence.
This is like legit to pay it forward. Like for what Jay did for Meek, it's now Meek's turn to pay it forward to Smurda.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Well, let's hope that happens.
Because I've never, and unfortunately, hey, call me a square, whatever. I don't have too much experience with parole. Sorry.
Me neither.
That's nothing to be a square about, nigga. Love. Kudos to you.
Hey.
Straight the fuck up. Kudos to you.
Because it just doesn't make sense. Maybe, and I've heard of people being on parole for like 10 years and shit. But like this is just it's just uncalled for, dude. It's 2021. Like some things have to change, and he's a celebrity. How is he gonna his income is based off of like the club, and you're telling him he can't be in the club. I get he can't be around gang members and stuff. I get that. That makes sense. Ooh.
Yeah.
But you're literally telling this man he has to live in his house, and after he served his whole sentence. Like if he got out early, I would understand a little more. But he served his whole time. What are we doing? His debt to society is served.
All right, so I'm gonna say this, and I know this ain't really a conversation you want to get into, Wade, and we ain't got to get into this conversation, but I'm gonna just say it just so you know the narrative that we have is clear. Tekashi ain't on fucking parole for shit.
Mm-hmm.
Big facts. But I can't talk about Officer Hernandez.
Yeah, I'm about to say I just want to throw that out there. Like I appreciate
you for that, G. Thanks.
Yeah, like the charges that nigga had, I was way beyond.
Oh, you don't want to cooperate with us? That's not what you want to do? It's all right. We'll just make your life a little harder.
We're just gonna make your life hell.
Yeah, we'll make your life a little harder. Yeah. Not even hell, just harder. Make it a little difficult for you to enjoy your days, since you don't want to help us. Because that's what they look at it like. You're not helping us. You know what I mean? Because you're not snitching.
Yeah. So we're gonna give you hell. We're gonna give you hell or high water.
He took that vow and he fucking took that shit and did his time and walked the fuck out. Leave that man alone.
He stood up like a man. I got nothing but respect for people to do that. He stood up like a man and took his time.
But that's just the way. Also, I feel like trying to keep an eye out of who he's involved with and who he's around.
Right.
So that way they can try to pull him back in for some bullshit.
Exactly.
Like that's really what that is. So I'm gonna put you on probation longer, because at some point you gonna talk to somebody you ain't got no business talking to. At least that's what they hope for.
That's dry. They basically trying to get him to dry snitch by being around somebody that he's not supposed to be around.
Correct.
And they get implemented.
That's how police officers even get over on interviews. When they're doing interviews, they keep you in there for hours and hours and hours and hours for a reason. It is to mentally break you down so that eventually you don't really give a fuck of what the response is. And now you're getting arrested for some shit. You feel me? So I kind of feel like I see that the same way. I feel like they put him on that long ass parole just to be like, I got my eye on you, homie. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
We're gonna make it a little harder for you since you want to be such badass and not open your mouth. I got something for you. That's really that.
It's like fuck up one time, we got you.
You feel me?
Yep.
And I do like how, I don't feel like it's enough, but I do like how hip hop is supporting Smurda. Like everywhere he goes, people are applauding him. I love that they're showing that, hey, like he did it the right way. Nobody wants to go to jail, but if you're gonna do the time, if you can do the crime, you do the time. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Stand up like a man.
And Uncut Nation, I don't want y'all to think that we like glorifying crime or any illegal activity, but at the end of the day, the best way that I can say it, we all know, is rules to whatever you do. It's a certain code of ethic that goes along with everything. And even though we don't condone what Bobby did or what he went to jail for, I'm not gonna say that he did allegedly. Let me use Wade's words, allegedly.
Allegedly.
But what he went for and how he handled it, if you're gonna go, that's how you handle it. And that's how you come home. Period. If you're not prepared to do that, cut the bullshit. Cut the bullshit. It's not for you. Don't glorify it. Don't talk about it, so on and so forth. Cut the fucking bullshit.
Like I said, I hope Jay step in or somebody step in on Smurda's behalf, because it's clear at this point that the system is set up to make him fail, and we shouldn't let that happen. And
yeah, I saw when they was doing it was a photo shoot. It was like right after they gave him his plaque, and they was taking pictures, and he had the little squat, and Shorty came up with the drink.
Oh yeah.
And he waved that shit off like, nah. And he held up the bottle of water like, nah, I'm good. Like, what the fuck you trying to do?
Trying to get that man in trouble.
Trying to get like real quick. Like, bitch, I just came home like 2 days ago. You trying to send me back?
If they watching me, y'all see my hands? I told that bitch no.
Exactly.
No.
Exactly. He's like, no, I'm good.
This ain't got nothing to do with me.
Straight up. Well, let's continue on here. In other news and other court news, and I did want to bring this up because we haven't heard a lot, but I wanted to bring this up and keep it fresh in our mind. The trial of the killer of Nipsey Hussle is set to begin on April 6th. Is April 6th? Yeah, April 6th. I can't believe it's been like this long now.
2 years?
Yeah, it's been 2 years. It's been. I feel like we just did the show about it the other day.
Yeah. It's been 2 years.
Yeah. And this guy who shot Nip is asking for release because he's claiming he's not a threat to society. I don't understand how you can. And this is not. Of course, we've all said how we feel about Nip. Everybody knows that. But how can you kill someone and say you're not a threat to society?
Yeah, like not even if it was Nip, like anybody.
What if you have a moment that you feel like that's something you needed to do again?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, like if you're just Joe Smo and kill John Doe at the fucking corner store, like
right,
you killed somebody, bro. Like how the fuck are you not a threat to society? Something triggered you.
Yeah. In broad daylight on top of that.
In broad daylight, something fucking triggered you. Nigga, you're a threat.
Now, I will say that his bail is at $6.5 million. And he's saying it's extremely high. He wants to get released because he's not a risk to I just don't even understand how his lawyer can even put those words together. He killed someone in broad daylight.
I mean, besides him killing somebody in broad daylight, yeah, it does play a factor of who you killed.
Yeah.
So, yeah, bro. Now you sitting.
Like, on top of that, I don't know if you want to be released. The safest place might be for you to be in jail right now.
I'm surprised. Hey, look, I ain't even gonna lie. I'm gonna keep it a buck. I'm surprised he's still alive.
That's a fact. That's a big fact.
I'm really surprised he's alive.
Yeah, if it was me, I would like, yeah, just keep me in here. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm not safe out there. If I go outside, if I go back to my neighborhood where they know, they're gonna kill me.
Yeah, you're not Officer Hernandez.
Yeah.
You ain't got that amount. You ain't got that amount of clout. Yeah. Not at all.
And people love Nip. And I think the love for Nip has grown since he's been killed. So you think you can go back to LA, Nip's town, and be cool? Nah.
Well, that's what he's thinking.
I mean, no, like, keep in mind, if I remember correctly, after Nip was killed and he got arrested, one of his family members was killed.
Yeah. Because it was
it was within a couple of months. So if that didn't show you anything, it's like, oh, we can't get you. We gonna get to somebody that has something to do with you. We gonna touch your family. So unless you just feel like, hey, they want me, they don't want anybody else, I'll just sacrifice myself and it'll just be over with. Like, I mean,
it's not even if that's your plan. If your plan is, I'm gonna go ahead and get outside, let them kill me, and then it'll all be over with. That's still a dumb plan.
I have to agree. But
you know what I'm saying?
but it's just like, just stay where you at, homie. Just shut up, sit down, stay where the fuck you at, and let things go as they should at this point.
Yeah,
you never know. Maybe he's getting threatened while he's in jail right now.
I mean, that's why I'm surprised he's still around.
I was about to say, I don't know too many niggas that make threats in jail. They just...
Well, you know what I'm saying. I wouldn't be surprised if that was his reasoning or one of the reasons why he want to hurry to get the fuck up out of there.
He got to be in 23 hour.
You know, you got a lot of roaming around when you're on the outside compared to on the inside, you know?
Yeah.
It's a little harder.
I'm sure he's in a high security prison
than they can on the inside.
I'm pretty sure. When they see that nigga on the street, they'll be like, hold on, ain't that such and such?
He better change his color, his hair.
Yo, circle the block real quick.
Exactly. Yo, cut the lights off?
Yeah, circle the block real quick.
Like, and he has what I remember we talked about this before, that he lost his lawyer, his original lawyer. He has a public defender. Like, it's such a high profile case. You rarely see something like that. You have a public defender, but then again, he can't afford
one.
He can't afford a big lawyer.
But it's still a high profile case, so looks like it's going to be the public defender.
So unless they want to do it pro bono, which I don't see
who
exactly, because I don't see any way to win this fucking case.
Yeah,
there's no way to get you off, homie.
I don't care if he had Johnny Cochran, rest in peace. There's no way to get you. There's footage.
Thank you.
Like, there's no way to get you. You might as well just say, I did it. Unless, hear me out, conspiracy theory Wade.
Oh,
this is part of his plan to say, hey, I'm mentally unstable.
Bullshit.
I mean, it's not a good plan. It's not a good plan.
Any plan that he's done that got him to this point was
right.
A good plan. None of this has been a good plan at all.
Like, none of this makes sense. Like, does California? He's lucky California doesn't have the death penalty anymore, because he'd be dead. I mean, they would send him to jail. You can't even take away the fact of being Nip. You shot someone in broad daylight in a crowded shopping center
and got a whole bunch of footage for it.
Like, dog, you're going to the chair. Like, there's nothing.
I don't know why he thought he was going to get out on bail.
Oh yeah, allegedly. I gotta say that allegedly.
Like I don't saw him.
Yeah, they saw you on camera at 3:00 in the afternoon, broad daylight. Like I don't know what you're thinking, what your lawyer's advising you, but I would just plead guilty and be done with it. You can't get to jail, so just plead guilty and serve the rest of your time, the rest of your life in jail, because it just doesn't make sense for you to try to get anything out of this. You want to fight? Okay, go ahead and fight. You're just gonna make it worse. They can hit you with more charges. Just take it.
Just take it.
Yeah, just take it. You know what you did. You know the job is dangerous when you took it. Just take it. But then, continuing with the Nip news, we talked about this also when the assassination of Nip happened. That the Crips filed for trademark of the Marathon Continues, of that name. Which I said at the time was like a really, really, really grimy move. Like right after Nip died, like I think it was like 2 weeks after Nip died, they filed for trademark of the Marathon Continues, which is Nip's brand. But it came out recently that they reached a settlement with Blacc Sam, Nip's brother, to give them the name and not take away from Nip's catalog or Nip's legacy.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm glad they reached. I hate it took this long, but I'm glad they reached a settlement about it.
Right.
It just wasn't a classy move by our organization. I believe it's a lot classier than that. And I said organization because I'm familiar with them, so I keep it that way. So I'm glad they settled that, and the name belongs with the family, with Nip's family, as it should.
Right.
You know what I mean? Because I would hate you could imagine, Nip, you worked for something your whole life, and something happens to you when somebody had to take claim of it. That's what be your family, your kids. You know what I'm saying? So I'm glad the ownership of it returns to this family, and no one can take it from them.
Legacy.
Exactly. So I'm definitely glad for that. Another thing I want to get into before we get out of here, before we get into everything else, the IFPI and the International Federation of Phonographic Industry, whatever the fuck that means, released their list of the top 10 artists of 2020.
Okay.
And normally we don't care about anything like this, but the reason I want to bring it up is because in that list they include number 3 being Drake, number 4 being The Weeknd, 9 is Juice WRLD, which is impressive because Juice, passed away.
Mm-hmm.
So I think out of the top 10, BTS, Taylor Swift, Drake, Weeknd, Billie Eilish, Eminem, Post Malone, Ariana Grande, Juice WRLD, and Justin Bieber. It's nice to see Drake so well represented, considering he didn't have an album out last year, and The Weeknd had a hell of a 2020. So
yeah, he did.
Yeah, his song "Blinding Lights" was on the charts for the entire year, so it makes sense for him to be up there.
Right.
I'm not the biggest Taylor Swift person, but I'm assuming she got her position. She's up there. And Eminem, did M do anything? I don't remember M doing anything last year.
I don't remember him doing anything last year either.
But apparently,
did he do an album last year?
I don't. Yeah, don't get me to lie. I'm not the biggest Eminem fan.
I thought he did something. Wasn't there something we were talking about? How we was like, his sound is still the same. It's not that Eminem can't rap. It's just
but I think you can have that conversation for M his entire career.
I know, but you listen. I'm saying we had a particular topic that made us.
He dropped I'm looking it up now. He dropped Music to Be Murdered By.
Okay, there you go. See, I knew it was something.
Yeah, that was the last project he did.
Yeah, he dropped that in December of 2020. So yeah, I guess he earned his spot. But Drake dropped Life Is Good, and The Weeknd, like I said, The Weeknd had a great year last year. So it's good to see him on this list as top 10 artists of 2020. I think the biggest one for me, the biggest surprise for me is Juice WRLD because he passed away, of course, and he didn't have anything released last year. So I think that's the biggest surprise for me. But with that being said, G, what do you have streaming for us this week?
Just a little bit. Nothing too crazy. Crime Apple YDFYC. Bones and Dear God, Pushing Up Daisies, Saigon, Pain, Peace, and Prosperity, the Y'all Father album. Brother Lynch Hung, Fatal, Chewy, Long Story Short, YBN, Namir, Vision Land, Young Dolph and Key Glock, Dumb and Dumber 2, and Rod Wave, Soulfly, and Vic Mensa, Ate.
I will tell y'all, if I haven't told y'all on this podcast before, and I'm pretty sure I did tell y'all,
Rod Wave's his guy.
Yeah, Rod Wave is my guy. See, I know I said it. That's my guy. Shout out to Rod Wave. That's my guy. Make sure you cop that Rod Wave. I know last week, and when I listened to the podcast back, Griselda dropped it, and I didn't even say anything about the plugs I meet too. Griselda, y'all know me and Griselda. Y'all know how we get down.
Yeah. That definitely. Hold on, nah. Was that Griselda or was that Benny the Butcher?
I think it was Benny. It was Benny.
I think it's Benny. Benny.
It's Benny. Yeah, but you know.
I thought I mentioned that. I ain't mentioned that.
No, you did mention, but I didn't say anything about it. And you know how I am about Griselda.
I'm about to say, hold on. I don't think I left that out.
No, you said it. I didn't say anything. I was just like, oh yeah, good. Let's move on. You know what I'm saying? But no, everybody knows me how I am about Griselda. So, hey, Benny the Butcher, Griselda, boom, 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 everything.
Boom, 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 boom.
Listen, sometimes y'all want to hear Bruno Mars. Sometimes I want to hear Bruno die. That's what I'm talking about. I need to hear people die.
That's morbid as fuck,
yeah, it's life.
Look at scared face, yo.
hey, sometimes I need to hear gunshots, drugs, and violence. It makes me sleep good at night. I feel better.
I don't need and on that note, Scan, can I get a vibe, please? Can I get a vibe, please?
Yes, you can definitely get a vibe. And the vibe of the week is called Buddy Love. And that's got Young Dolph and Key Glock. Just those two listed. So it looks like that's going to be the vibe of the week, you guys.
All right, so let's get into it. Young Dolph, Key Glock, Buddy Love. Young Dolph, Key Glock, Buddy Love. I fucks with it heavy because I like shit like that. And I know the hypocrisy y'all gonna hit me with. Oh, you like guns and violence, but old boy can't rap about the devil. Yeah, exactly. 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 Yeah, that's literally exactly what I'm saying. Yes.
Exactly what I'm saying.
Gun is good, Satan bad.
Bad.
Make it simple for y'all. So that's our show.
Right.
One thing I did want to mention, Kanye and Jay-Z, Niggas in Paris, just went 8 times diamond. So, that's a big thing for them. We'll see what happens when Kanye reemerges after this whole divorce thing is going on. If we got the old Kanye back or what. But yeah, I definitely want to make sure I shout them out for that 8 times platinum. It's going to be something Jay-Z put on his resume. We do have another live show.
You got to do the hold.
Yeah, you got to do the. We have another live show coming up, y'all. Thank you for everybody who checked out our last live show. And if you haven't checked it out, make sure you go to our YouTube channel. It's up there, fully immersed. You can, join the conversation. I do want to remind y'all the new Versus is coming out this Sunday. Earth, Wind and Fire versus the Isley Brothers. With being hosted by Steve Harvey, I'm hearing. So, yeah.
I was fine to that. To they announced the host.
To that part. To that part, right?
That part.
Yeah. So, of course,
Give me Said the Entertainer.
Yeah, give me Said. What is Said doing anyway? We'll review it. I can't. We didn't make any predictions on this one because who can predict between that? Like
I'm about to say is the Asley Brothers and Earth, Wind and Fire.
Yeah, like we can't. I can't. Don't ask me to pick between that, man. Come on.
Again, this needs to happen at like 1-2 o'clock on a Sunday, on Easter Sunday, so we can put it on the boom box, and it just be a nice Easter Sunday cookout. We line dancing and everything.
Yeah, I can definitely see that. With I don't know why Steve Harvey's hosting. Is this the first versus with the host?
I would say so.
So that's a little. Well, it's Easter Sunday, so I guess that's what he gonna pull out one of his Steve Harvey suits. So hey,
I'm so sick of him.
Yeah.
I've been sick of him for a long time. The words of G are the words of G.
So y'all make sure y'all follow us on social media. Make sure you follow the Words with Wade, WordsWithWade.com, Words with Wade on all social media platforms. Like, subscribe, follow, all that good stuff. Scan, where can they see and find more of you at?
We'll keep it pretty simple. You can catch me on OnlyFans, which is onlyfans.com/need some more, NEEDSOMEMOORE, or you can catch me on Twitter at Mournissa, that's MOORENISSA. Check me.
And make sure y'all subscribe to her OnlyFans. I heard she has a fire what is it, videographer, director, editor. So y'all make sure y'all check that out. Angles is popping. All that good stuff. That's what I hear. I don't know. I'm not an OnlyFans dude, but I'm just passing the information on. This Scan told me her director, her editor, her videographer, her cameraman is like 5. So
what's so funny here that I missed that?
No, I'm just saying that
Wade is listing his accolades in third person.
No, I was just saying, Scan had a conversation. She was just saying, the team, the people that does her, editing and camera work for her OnlyFans are the phenomenal people. So, I just wanted to make sure I give them that credit, give them their flowers,
Again, he's listing his accolades in third person.
So G
_G_LI, Twitter, IG. Let's keep it moving. See, I ain't got a long, illustrious list.
Oh yeah.
This is hate. This is hate. Hate. This is hate.
As far as for me, of course, you can find me at the Wade Blogs everywhere. Spell it like it sounds. THEWADEBLOGGS. Keep in mind, I never go broke. My name got 2 G's.
2 G.
And yeah, man, just make sure y'all like, comment, subscribe, share with everybody. We'll be back next week. Yes, there's a lot of changes going on, but hey, work with us, and y'all gonna enjoy it. We got a lot of good stuff coming up, man. I have personally a major announcement in about 30 days. So stay tuned for that. In the middle of Ramadan. Yeah, so it's true. I have a major announcement coming. So y'all stay tuned for that. And I think that's it.
No, what's wrong?
Anything else?
Nah, I think we're good.
All right. So as always, you may agree with what we said. You may not agree with what we said.
Okay.
One thing you can agree with.
What's that?
We keep it uncut.
Uncut.
Until next time, we catch you on the internet.
Cheer.
Cheer.